girl's missing an eye.
返してあげるべき体の部分がこれじゃ足りてない。
Oh,
どうしよう。
all I've got is a tongue. Is that going to be enough? What do we do? Pull out the tongue tag? Yeah! The girl lowers her head and begins rocking slowly back and forth.
何のユキちゃん
Yukikano?
返してあげる。これあなたのものでしょ。
This is for you. It is yours, isn't it? Offer the spirit Yuki's tongue.
お姉さん
Thank
あ
you.
りがとう。
Thank you very much. Okay! That seemed to work, actually.
すげえ。やったな、篠崎。これで3人か。
We did it! We did it, Shinozaki! All three of them!
あと1人。赤い服の。
All that's left after that is the girl in the red. No! No more!
幽霊と喋ってるとどんどん自分が死に近づいていく感覚がする。
Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself.
わかる？だんだん自分の死に顔が。
Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I'll look when I'm dead and I'm not even trying.
頭の中にはっきりと浮かんでくるの。すごく嫌なイメージ。
It just pops into my head all on its own and it's such a horrible image.
帰りたい。帰りたいよ。お母さん、お姉さん。
I want to go home. I just want to go home back to my mom and my sister.
星田くん。
Mochida.
篠崎。わかった。次、俺がやるからよ。だから。
Alright, next one is mine then, okay?
しっかり。ああ
So just try to pull yourself together. Ah!
達人かい。
God damn it, not again!
でかいぞ。
This one's big too! Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good! Oh, that is not good. That is not good. Oh, shit.
気を失ってたのか。
Was I knocked out?
どこだここは。
Where am I? Whoa!
ここ、俺らの教室か。
Is this our classroom?
マジかよ。
For real?
篠崎、しっかりしろよ。おい。
Hey, wake up!
息はしてるな。
She's breathing at least.
篠崎、おい、起きろよ。
菱沼。
Huh? What?
見てみろよ、周り。俺も信じらんねえんだけど。
Take a look around you. I can hardly believe it myself, but here we are. No way.
本当にここは
We're back? For real? Is this really our school?
マジだよ。ほら、俺の机だ。
It's really real. Check it out. Here's my desk.
本当だ。見て見て、私の机。
ってことは
Oh.
私たち帰ってこれたのよ。やったー。
しゃあ、ざまみろちくしょう。
Fuck yeah, suck on that world! I'm trying to read, but they're auto-going, and I'm trying, guys. But I love you, she just fuck yeah, suck on that world! I never thought I'd live to see home again.
サトシやユイ先生たちは帰ってきてねえのか。
Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yui or anyone else. Huh. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor has likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint, quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around in the darkened corridors of our school building at 8 in the evening just feels so surreal. As the thunder and rain grow in intensity, the windows begin to condensate with moisture, turning white in contrast to the corridor sea of black.
これ現実か？
Is this reality?
さっきまでのは夢だったんじゃないか。
Was everything up until now just a dream?
どこで何やってんだろう俺。
Where am I right now? And what am I doing? Oh shit!
どうした篠崎？
What's wrong? Fuck, 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 fuck! Say the Shinozaki!
あ
That's not great!
なんだこりゃ。
What the hell is this?
終わってないの。
Is that over, is it?
まだ終わってないの。
Why isn't it over? Why? Hi.
お前は
It's you. Go back! Don't come any closer!
ちょうどこんな雨の降る放課後のことでした。
Okay, even though she's a ghost and she's missing an eye and everything, she is so freaking cute. Anyhow. It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one.
私が誘拐されたあの日、
On the day I was kidnapped.
朝、私はお母さんと喧嘩をしてしまいました。
I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning.
何を言ってるの？
Why is she telling us this?
わかんねえよ。
I have no idea.
お母さんと顔を合わせるのが嫌で、
I didn't want to see her face.
学校の後、私は家へ帰らずに、
So, after school, I decided that instead of going home,
ぼーっと渡り廊下にしゃがんで雨を眺めていました。
I'd park myself in the corridor, outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain.
そうしたら私の隣に吉和先生が座って
That's when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up. He sat down next to me.
うんと私の話を聞いてくれたのです
I told him all about my fight with Mom, and he listened really closely and just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh.
先生言葉を話せない病気だったけれど心は優しい人だったから
He was sick and couldn't speak much, but he was a very kind man.
私は好きでした
I really liked him.
けれど
But then...
お兄さんお姉さん
You too.
ごめんなさい
I'm so sorry. She's so tiny, she must be 5th grader.
カンのゆきちゃんね
Yuki Kano, right?
さっきはありがとうございます
Thank you for what you did back there.
殺された私たちを成仏させようとしてくれて
For making the effort to help those of us who were killed in that school.
結局成仏はできたのか。なんでお前まだいるんだよ。
Didn't we succeed though? Why are you still here?
いいえできてません
Didn't.
あなたたちから言葉を奪った抜き取られた舌は返したし
But we returned your tongues. We gave you back the ability to tell your story.
あなたたちにひどいことをした犯人には懺悔させたけど
And we even got your murderer to repent for what he did.
やっぱり許せない
Is it just that you can't forgive him no matter what?
私たちの成仏に許す許さないというそれぞれの意志は関係ないんです
Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not.
懺悔とは犯人と被害者との間に存在してそれ単体で私たち被害者の霊を動かすものです
Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's the sole act capable of moving us.
私たちが天神小学校を異空間に閉じ込めている霊場の断片だから私たちを動かすという方法は正しいと思います
And we exist as fragments of the sacred ground upon which heavenly host is sealed. I believe that moving us is your best course of action.
だけど足りていないんです犯人の懺悔が
But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough.
あいつの文化人形が喋った言葉では足りないってこと
So, you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you?
あれは
That's not...
で、なんだよ。
So, what then?
なんだって無関係の人間を何人も閉じ込めてるんだ。
Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place?
俺たちをあそこに呼び寄せたのはお前ら子供の幽霊たちだろ。
You child spirits are the ones who summon us there, aren't you?
それは違います
That's not true.
だと
The hell do you mean by that?
私たちは異空間をつなぎ止める歯車に過ぎなくて
お
We're
前
just the cogs that hold the close spaces
ズモト
together.
殺したじゃねえかよ。待ってな
You killed Suzumoto, didn't you? Wait! Hmm? I'm trying, man.
もう少し 聞こう。
Let's hear her out.
お姉さんたちだけでも無事に送れてよかったです。
I'm just glad I was able to get even the two of you back to safety.
なんで急に俺たちを気遣うような言い方すんだよ。
Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us?
私のお姉ちゃんに聞いたことがある。
I heard about a situation like this from my sister once.
強い未練を残したまま暴力的に命を搾取された霊魂は
A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and regrets.
普通の人でいうところの錯乱状態に近い状態でとどまってしまうって。
It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of madness.
いろんな感情や思いがごちゃ混ぜになってしまっているから。
With all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your head.
本来の優しい心と聖者への妬みや敵意の気持ちとをコントロールできずに感情がくるくる変わるって。
Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred and panic begin to spin around and around, and you just start acting out without any sort of control.
お前の姉さんって霊能師？
Your sister some kind of medium or something?
うん、ちょっと違うけど。
Yeah, something like that. So what you're saying is this little girl and that creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin?
だったらお願い。他の生きてるみんなも。
I feel for you, I really do, so please, please bring the rest of them back.
持田くんや先生たちも連れてきてあげて。
Cheetah, Miss Shishido, and everyone else too. Bring them all back home.
ねえ、できるんでしょ？
Come on, you can do it, right?
もうそれは無理だと思います。
I don't think that's possible anymore.
どうして？
Why not?
あの空間はたくさんの無関係な命を食べ過ぎました。
Those closed spaces have eaten a lot of innocent souls. Far too many, in fact.
あそこで死んだ人たちの恨みの念がもう満員だから。
The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left.
行き場をなくした悲しい思いたちの影響で、すべての霊が
And because the agony and pain has nowhere else to go,
わずかに残った理性を失い始めています。
it's begun feeding on the minds and souls like us who are bound there.
私だってもうすぐまた
It won't be long.
生きてる人をただ無差別に襲うだけの怨霊になってしまいます。
Before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy.
あなたも味方してくれなくなるのね。
So we're going to lose you as an ally then.
だったらなおさら急がなきゃ。
So why don't you just hurry up and bring them home right now?
何か持田くんたちを助ける方法はないの？
Isn't there any way for us to save Machida and the others?
一つだけあります。
There may be one way.
どうするんだよ。
What is it?
お兄さんも知っている方法です。あの場所へ戻って。
I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces.
私たち天神小学校の児童4名誘拐殺害事件被害者の
Find
霊を
Sorry. Find all four of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder victims.
みんなを成仏させてくれれば歯車を失った異空間は多分消えてなくなります。
put us all to rest, then the closed spaces won't have their cogs anymore, so they should begin to fade from existence.
そうすれば、もしかしたら
And you just might get your friends back.
あそこへまた戻るのかよ。
You expect us to go back?
それにせっかく残りあと一人だと思ってたのに、済んだつもりのお前ら3人も成仏してなかったしよ。
And this time, instead of just having one person left to appease, we have to go back to the drawing board and appease all 4 of you?
どうしてさっきうちごもったの？成仏できなかった理由。
Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide?
それは
It's just...
思い出したくないんです。でも
something I don't want to remember, but...
どうしても知りたいのなら教えます。あの時のこと。
If you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that happened. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant, their two beings seemed to merge together into a single mind.
篠崎、
Oh no.
どうなったの？私
What happened to me?
気絶したはずなのに意識がある。
Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now?
真っ暗だし体が動かない。
I can't see a thing, and I can't move.
なんか疲れた時になる金縛りみたい。
It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think. Oh, God.
ここは
Ah, where?
体が動かない。
Why can't I move?
犯行現場で唯一生き残った赤いワンピースの女児、篠崎幸子。
Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in the red dress, and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School.
幸子の家族は事件後、怯えるように他県へ移っていったとされている。
Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as a primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So, of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. Weird. I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and 2 girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive! Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor. And so am I. That's a real reason I can't move. Her. Oh. No, I can't see. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either. That just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared, it feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie the ropes! Please! I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me. In order, okay. In order? Good response. I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end. Feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. My God, what the hell is he doing to him? No one deserves this! Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least half an hour now. Those inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is the next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this! I'm losing my mind! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Is it still going on? Come on, just die already! Die already? God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again. That's not good. Those footsteps are getting closer. All my hair standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen. Like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea. In order. God, why am I relieved by the silence? Which means it's my turn now. Ah! There we go. Someone's got me by the hair. They're pulling my head up and taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence in hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part, however, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause for death of the 3 murdered children has been listed as a loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you could believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime were based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away. With my blindfold removed, the sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could have possibly imagined. The person staring back at me brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, and the sound just kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. How? Why is it you? The third victim was stabbed in the left eye and an indeterminate number of times, until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me, and makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it's as if it never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations, and I remind you this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of the 3 victims? Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike aversion, he's always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, and neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit these unconscionable, yeah, that works, atrocities. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time that Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it is a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now.
詳しくは次回の連載にてお伝えしたいと思う。楽しみにお待ちいただきたい。
Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Tokubeki 2003 722. Continued in Chapter 5! Okay! Holy shit! So, Sachiko ended up being the killer! Yeah! Ugh, stretching. So, the kid ghosts are not, horrible. Ayumi and Kishinuma can go back and save their friends, maybe. Yeah! Holy shit! So, as you can tell, shit's getting real at this point. And here's the cast list. Holy crap! I really like this music. Just, holy shit, I can't say anything but holy shit. Like, I know the story and everything, but actually going through it and experiencing it is completely another thing. The Gentleman's Spirit, Shimoda, Tomokazu Suguta. Insert song, Requiem for a Dream. Composition, those people. Keep yours, Chris. Okay! The pivotal moment. I got an achievable called the pivotal moment. So, in the next chapter, that'll be chapter 5. That's where I'm going to continue it. Hot damn. Well, I hope that you enjoyed it, and that you'll be sticking around for more. Bye, guys!